So I'm telling you right now, not only am I blessed, but I got the girl. Let me see if my clicker's working. This is my beautiful wife, Teresa. I don't know if you can see it, but these two set some pretty challenging standards. Those I'm not a Twilight fan, but if you've read the fourth book, this created some unrealistic expectations. Teresa, I dragged her all over the world, and she's climbed with me. I've had her. We went backpacking for 28 days through Southeast Asia together. She's a professional musician. I am deeply blessed, and I get that about myself. Now, on October 31st of 2009, I was helping a friend run for city council. We're actually passing out flyers. I was parked on the side of the road. I'd been there for about 15 minutes. I was typing an email, which meant I was leaning forward as I was typing this. A man passed out in his truck and came across the street and hit us head on. Terrible. I was going to show you this. There's no reason I should have got the girl. Skipping. Okay. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I was in that yellow Jeep. And all I remember is that the world went into complete chaos. I couldn't breathe. I'd lost my breath, but I didn't lose it from down here. I lost it from the middle of my chest. I'd actually broke my sternum. Later, they would go on to put a plate in my neck, and I would go through about a year worth of rehabilitation. Here's the kicker. The guy that hit me was high. He was huffing. Does anyone here know what that is? Who can tell us?
Like paint or other chemicals that you put into a container and get them out.
Spray air. I was his third felony DUI charge of the year. He had hit people in May and June. He was 7 days out of the state-appointed program when I met him. Now, I thought at the scene there were 7 police cars, there were 2 full fire engines, there were 2 ambulances, and I remember thinking this would freak Teresa out, but it's kind of one of those big life events. I should probably call her and let her know that something's occurred, right? So I called her up and I said, honey, I've been in a really serious accident, but it's not that bad. Don't worry about coming down. Should I come down? No, don't worry about it. I've given her such competing reports. I'm in complete shock. She had no idea how serious it was. And they took me away for the day. They did x-rays. Happily, I was able to walk away. At one point, I was laying on the ground, and I turned to the person next to me, who was the man that hit me. And I said, what happened? And he said, I think my friend ran into you. I'm a big believer in cataloging life, and I do that mostly through photographs. And that is why I have photographs of the scene of the accident. I remember walking around with my phone, taking pictures, and hearing them say, he has to lay down. Get him to lay down. Take his phone. No one's taken my phone. It's not going to happen. I took these photographs. When I was hit, I remember looking across the hood at the guy on the other side. And bear in mind, my world was completely upside down, and he literally was writhing in front of me. It was just a shocking experience. But more shocking than that was going home. I think I have one more shot of the scene.
Wow.
By the way, we were test driving that Jeep. We didn't buy it. So I went home. You can't see this very well. It's kind of high. Those are my beautiful kids. It was Halloween day. And they were ready. Now, bear in mind, I had not told Teresa how serious it was. She had no idea. And you know that moment, that fragile moment when you're okay until the right person asks you, are you okay? No. Daddy is not okay. So I came home, and there they were, and Teresa said, hey, we're kind of running late. You got to hurry. You got to snap it up. And the enormity of the day caved in on me, and I literally just broke. I absolutely broke. And I know what you're thinking. How can a man that has a clear vision of this much testosterone cry? Really hit me. Through this experience, I would come to understand not what happened to me, though this man changed me forever, physically and emotionally. I would come to understand, I would come not to focus on what he took from me, but I would come to really focus my life around what matters most.